Boy, howdy, they got they got the main event deal going, and then there's a significant drop off. But the main event deal, Paul Heyman, Seth Franklin Rollins, and Braun Badass Breaker as this new incredible heel group, and they recapped last week with what they did to poor old Sami Zayn. Just beat him up and just left him just like a government mule, as JR would say. And then they come to the crowd shot. Have you ever seen 11,558 people in Omaha, Nebraska? But are they shooting this thing with a fisheye lens? It looked like there was 25,000 people in this fucking place, just everywhere. What's going on here, Brian? Is this computer generated? Is this Al's at work here?
I don't think this is A1. I think this is just the drone shot, and you can get a fisheye view, or you could get various different views. And of course, it is a almost full house. It looks good. I don't know what else you want me to say.
A fisheye view. It's the little fishies, and it looked like a big bucket of guppies just wiggling around when Jey Uso came out, and they're yeeting and they're waving. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, they yeet and wave. Do they ever get tired? These people work harder in the stands than most of the guys do in the ring. It's just they're so happy. Are they spiking the arenas? Does the real American beer that they're pitching on the logo on the canvas, are they putting fucking happy juice in that stuff? A little Valium, a little lithium? What is the stuff that makes the kids happy these days? The ketamine?
Well, I don't know if that's the stuff that makes the people buying these tickets happy. I don't know why anyone is happy after paying that price for those tickets. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
We've been talking about, everybody's talking about the ticket prices are higher than ever. They've got almost 12,000 people in fucking Omaha that have paid hundreds of dollars each to be there. And the guy comes in, they love him, and they're fucking yeeting. And they started yeeting again. They stopped the music, but he revs it up and they yeet again for a yeet reprise. And it was 10 minutes and 27 seconds. Jey Uso spoke his first word into the show. And he was blown up. And he calls out very briefly Logan Paul, but suddenly he gets the wrong Paul, because out comes Paul Heyman. And he's already got the microphone, and the people do Paul, my name is Paul Heyman, and it echoes. They love that. And he talks his way to the ring. And before we talk about the content of this, one must mention, Brian, you brought it up before when the whole bloodline was unraveling back in the day, back in the long ago, the before time. You said, look, Heyman, when he shows he's stressed, he won't shave. He looks pale. You got dark circles under his eyes, or he's unkempt in some fashion. He's really a method type of guy with the way he looks. What explains that he got in the ring looking like the AEW spray tan artist had fucking went to work on his goddamn giant cranium?
Why is this a surprise to you? I think he's a pioneer in wrestling in terms of makeup and making himself orange or another color. He did it on TBS and for WCW all the time, didn't he?
But he just said, has he ever been? It's like they were ribbing somehow. They didn't do the side of his neck. There was a clear delineation between the darkness of his jowl and the lightness of when he turned sideways and the light struck it, you could see. But nevertheless, he looked like a bald Godfrey Cambridge. It was off-putting. Google that, kids, and it'll be fucking hilarious. It was off-putting, wasn't it? He was so And then when he got cranked up, I'm sure that prevented us from seeing that his face had turned so red that he was about to have a pulmonary embolism. But anyway.
Yes.
Yes. What?
Yeah, I did. At one point while he was talking, I did think, wow, he's really, considering he got more worked up in this promo than any promo I can think of in recent memory, to the point where you're like, yeah, this may not be healthy for a guy his size to get as worked up as he is. But it was I think it was actually one of his best promos ever.
Oh, no, that's the thing. Well, we're going to get to this. Is when he gets cranked up, this is one of the best things he's ever done. But again, we do have to worry about his health. But maybe, instead of dying with your boots on like a marshal in the Old West for a wrestling manager, it's dying in the middle of a promo. But anyway, he cranked up on Jey Uso by telling him, you think I betrayed your family? Oh, no. My best friend, CM Punk. And as soon as he'd mention somebody's name, they would chant for him. But Punk put me in a position where it would sabotage my relationship with Roman Reigns to do this favor. And Roman, I wasn't going to betray him. But and then, of course, in Paul's backhanded way, I picked a stray big dog on the island of irrelevancy and turned him into the tribal chief, and he blew it. He blew it, not me. And he disappeared and left me to get put through a table. It's such odd terminology if you're not with it in wrestling. I'm wondering if we should think about all saying to fucking throw me through a piece of furniture or something less, maybe even more descriptive, but nevertheless. He put me through the fucking table and he didn't come back to get even for me. He came back to get the Ulafala. And he worked himself. You blame me? Screw you. And screw you fans for booing me. And he was just, his eyes were popping out and it was fucking great, right? And technically, he was very
He's making
correct in everything he said. Yes,
right.
He was. The indignance was not. Well, it was not fake, but it was a work. But it was. You could feel the indignance. It seemed to hang heavy over him. And the people start chanting, you suck, and then asshole. And then Paul's leaning over the rope and he's composing himself. And Jey said, okay, but what does all that have to do with me? And Paul then apologized. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I also came to talk to you. The title that you have, it's about power and control, and you don't know how to use it. And you need to be champion, but Seth has to be champion. And Braun Breaker may have been stage 1, but stage 2 is that title. So I'll let you pick the night that you lose the World Heavyweight Championship because Seth Rollins is challenging you anytime, any place. And then Jey bows up at Paul, who then quivers backwards, looking somewhat like the 1958 classic, The Blob, starring Steve McQueen, being projected in reverse into the turnbuckles. And Jey says, let's make it tonight. Yeet! And we got our main event. And yes, again, the applause by your new noise filter will take out my goddamn sound applause, but applause for Paul.
We heard your sound applause.
Well, you hold on, let me see what does this sound like here? Where's my applause?
My sound applause.
Well, my sound applause.
Oh, yeah, there it cut out. There we go.
Does that come through? It's still going. I don't know. You're filtering all of my goddamn. Just because I have the sour belches every now and then, you got these new audio.
Well, filters. We could add the belches in post production. That's one of the things that we could do.
All righty. Well, I didn't ask for belches.
The sound applause is up there
sound
with
applause.
the night that Frank Morrell got on the mic because of the loser kisses the other one's feet match and said, "I'm not happy with this foot and kiss."
Who was it that said? Wait a minute now. There was a promo in the late 70s. I'm trying to remember who it was. It may have been the Gibson brothers talking about David Schultz and Dennis Condrey, where Ricky Gibson may have said, "We're going to go through you like a hot butter through knife." But sometimes these things happen.
Well, sometimes these things happen, Jim, when people are tired. And maybe that explains a lot with Paul Heyman here. The appearance, the bad decision-making, whatever it may be, a good night's sleep could take care of a lot of that. It's been said that a good night's sleep can make you feel good, give you energy, and give you all sorts of benefits that I can't make any declaration about, but I've heard these things, and Jim, I think it's time for our people to hear other things from you about our friends at Helix Sleep.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's certain things that we can't promise you, ladies and gentlemen, but so we can't say it for a fact, but a lot of people talking about it. And that is that you can upgrade your old mattress, the lumpy, the thing that may have been urinated upon, depending on the age of everybody that's ever been on the mattress, or any of your physical characteristics. Or it may have been pooped upon, because who at one point or another has not had one of those issues? The goddamn, the take-home pizza just wasn't baked all the way, and you thought you just wanted to expel some pressure, and the next thing you know, you're going for the sheets and the towels, ripping them off the bed. Who hasn't had that happen? And that reflects on your mattress, doesn't it, Brian? That will reflect on, especially if you use the black light. So what you need to do is you need to get off that. And do you realize, Brian, that I saw on the internet, so it must be true, that the average mattress over the course of a year collects approximately 6 pounds of dust and dust mites. And that means that if you've had that mattress for 10 years, well, you're going to give yourself a hernia just getting rid of it. So you need to start now. If I were you, I'd take a bandsaw or something and just cut that thing down the middle, make it easier to get the fuck out of there, and then throw it out your window. The city will come and collect it, ladies and gentlemen, and go to helixsleep.com right now and pick out your new mattress that doesn't have 6 pounds of microscopic insects, along with fecal matter, urinary stains. And don't forget, in allergy season, how many times you think you've snotted on your current mattress in the middle of the night, ladies and gentlemen? And don't tell me that the sheet was on it. It's a porous piece of fabric. That snot's dripping right through, and it's settling into that fucking...
Don't you use a pillow?
Top mattress, huh?
Don't you use a pillow?
What about when you turn over and you're face down in the mattress and you're going... All that shit's going... And out your mouth? Just the dribble and the fucking stench of you. All over that mattress.
These are not symptoms, or...
The sheet will not protect you. The sheet will not protect you because it's porous fabric. You put some poop on a sheet, you see what drips through. Put your baby's head. Put a sheet over your baby's head.
No, it's not.
No, I'm talking about over the top of your baby, just over your baby. Hold out a sheet where your baby's sitting over the top for, and then pour poop on that sheet.
No, you see, I had you with no. No was good enough.
Because then, well, see, do you trust it? Do you trust that sheet?
This has nothing to do with the sheets. We're talking about the beds.
I'm not talking about solid fiber-induced poop. I'm talking about the poop that's going to get on your mattress in the middle of the night when you haven't baked the calzone fully. And it just happens, and then you realize and jump up too late. And that sheet's not going to protect that mattress. Get them all out of your house.
Thankfully,
get them out of your house.
We're not talking about sheets. What we're talking about are brand new clean mattresses that come
That's what I'm talking about.
For you from our friends at Helix Sleep. They don't cure any of these conditions that you're...
People have to get on this right now. You got to go to helixsleep.com and pick your new mattress because you're sleeping in filth, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean, y'all know it's true. Everything I've said's happened. So just take this day to change your life and sleep on something that doesn't stink. When you really get down and think about it, you can spray it all day long, but it's still there. And go to helixsleep.com and pick a mattress that's right for you, whether you sleep on a soft surface or a firm surface, or you're hot when you sleep, and maybe you're just sweating because you're getting some kind of microbiotic infection off of the goddamn Petri dish that you're laying in. You get a brand new Gila and they'll bring it right in. You don't have to saw it in half with a bandsaw and throw it out the window. That's the old mattresses. That's the old way of doing things. The new one, it comes right in a box, and one person can maneuverate it to the place that it goes, and then you just unbox it and poof, it becomes, and it'll be so fresh and clean and lovely. And then get you some rubber sheets too. Because, then it's up to you. And think about all the things that go wrong with your body over the course of the year.
Once again, it's up to you. We cannot focus on that right now. We don't have to focus on it right now. What we can focus on is a great deal for mattresses, because that's exactly what Helix has. Not rubber sheets, but mattresses. Jim, how can the listeners get a great mattress that they will love the same way me and my family love our Helix Sleep mattresses? And I know they're very popular in Castle Cornette.
Yes. Well, without saying all of those things, you could have just said, how can we get this cleanliness that we can lay our bodies down in and sleep like we're sleeping in clouds of angels with the harp music and potentially corn on the cob, whatever they eat up there in heaven land. You can sleep like that, and it'll be brand new and not have any type of the other bad things on it. And you can save money because it's almost Memorial Day. And in memoriam of all the people who die of being smelled to death by sleeping on a stinky old mattress, that's 0.3% of the deaths in the state of Michigan. People sleeping on stinky mattresses.
Well, again, we don't have. Let's not talk about statistics that are not backed up with facts or data or anything else. But let's tell the people.
Well, I'm backing up on it. I think it's more like 4% now that I think about it.
What can the listeners do?
Here's what you can do now.
Yes.
There, you can go to helixsleep.com/JCE and get early access to the Memorial Day sale. We are talking, ladies and gentlemen, 27% off site-wide and a free bedding bundle, which is a sheet set and mattress protector. See, what am I telling you? With any luxe or elite mattress order. And that's exclusive for the listeners of the Jim Cornette Experience right here on the program or the Drive-Thru, whichever program that you're listening, our listeners, yours and mine, the royal we, 27% off side-wide and the free bedding bundle. So you get your sheet set, but you also get a mattress protector. So you have your Kate and Edith too, you rascal you. 27% off in the free bedding bundle. How can they do that? How can they even? It's because it's early access to the Memorial Day sale just for our people. Your people and my people. That's whose people. People.
Let's wrap it up for the people one more time.
There you
Jim.
Go. What's more time.
Helix
Sleep. helixsleep.com/JCE.